Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. My name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. And the apostle, I think other brothers did videos on this too. AI garbage, really Esau. And the apostle Gabar. AI, it's magic time. So this is a video. Sunrise, by the way.
Do anything to keep your piece of shit kingdom. What you're looking at is AI, man, straight up and down. From the minute I saw this video, I said, that's AI. If you look closely, the head is moving, but the lower body doesn't. What so-called human being you know moves like that? Come on, man, the head is moving. Let's watch it. Watch this, right?
To all the black Israelites saying we are the chosen ones, our lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let me give you some clarity with facts.
See that?
One.
You notice something there? The head is moving, but the lower body does not. Doesn't twitch or anything.
Well, the thing is with that is, yeah, but they have AI that can be lifelike. Like, you can't distinguish the difference. I think you have to use a computer to actually determine that the image or the video is actually fake. So yeah, this one is obvious, but they had the technology to make it so the human eye can't really detect. You just have to use your educated guess on whether you're looking at AI or not. So the technology is there to make it indistinguishable to the human eye.
No real human being moves like that, man. This is AI garbage. And the voice, I believe, is AI garbage. This is how desperate Esau is to try to dissuade us from embracing our true nationality, which is Hebrew Israelites, according to the respective tribes.
Yeah, Hebrew's our language. All right, we have an ancestor with the name, and Israel, or Israelite, Yashar Allah, is our nation, our progenitor. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. He's a prince of God, or he's a prince of the power.
Right, and then what's the title of this garbage? Understanding Hebrew Israelites, a personal journey. This character over here that you see here, he doesn't even exist. It's AI. Look. You can see it's AI. If you look at it closely, you can see that it's AI, artificial intelligence. And this is why there's a scripture, right?
Yeah, they can model our face and put it on an indistinguishable AI character. Because all the videos, see my mannerisms, see I move my head, and they can actually put that into the math, into the pro software, and simulate all my mannerisms, all my mistakes, my syntax in the sentences, how I speak, whether my lisp, if I have one, my stuttering, my inflection, my eye movement, my eyebrow. They record that, and they can simulate that into an indistinguishable model. This just happens to be just a one that you can tell. So that's
if it were possible. If it were possible, let's get that.
Yeah, so if it were possible, so even if it was indistinguishable, we're not going to be deceived. Even if the model that they use is indistinguishable, we're not going to be deceived. All right, because they have indistinguishable models out there that are lifelike, like you can't tell,
Video is going to be very short.
Probably have it for military use. I believe China. I believe they said they had something like that. Was it China or Korea or something? One of those countries.
If it were possible, Esau, man, Esau.
All right, so you get the point. Even if it was possible for that image, or which it is, an image or a video to be indistinguishable, we're still not going to be deceived. If we are of the elect, we're not going to be deceived. Now, what are we looking at here? Where the scripture's at? I was just looking at 12 and 10. Revelation says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of his anointed, Mashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Okay? So they going to put us in a category of what? Being the T word, a terror to them. All right? Pertaining to ist. And they're going to make up crimes, petty stuff, big stuff, trap us up, put us in a system, you know? Then you're going to have other brothers like, well, what did he really kill? You're going to have brothers that's going to be curious, like, well, did he really kill those people? You're going to have actual brothers be saying that. And I was always a suspect about him. He's always loud, you know? Did he do anything to the woman? Did he actually do it? So the real reason is, did you make the phone call? All right? Have you in the judgment seat because if you're not uninitiated, obviously, that's a obvious question, or if he actually did it. Well, we were nowhere near that. You know, you had people try to accuse us of starting a fight when the dude walks up, gets in our face, but then he look at us like we started it. You know, we get put in handcuffs. Like, dude, this dude came up and started agitating. You know, so we're going to be blamed. All right, you have scoffers that you don't want to answer them, so they start being disruptive. And then they try to blame us for causing a disruption. Now, I do remember one transit officer, like a cop for a local transportation company, come up and say, dude, like, why are you arguing with them? If you don't agree with what they're saying, just move along. But he has the right to, you know, give his opinion and all that. But, you know, because some people can see when they use their critical thinking that people come up to us and try to start things with us because they disagree with what we're saying with the scriptures. All right. So Esau Edom is cunning. He has the technology to record our inflections, our mannerisms, our voice. They can replicate our voice they have military applications that are not released to the public. All right. That are indistinguishable. They can create models of the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Bar. I don't know why they wouldn't want to create one of me, but they can do. Well, I guess the cost ascension, you know, like let's get a little guy, you know, and get them to go crazy, and get them to start inquiring to my bank records. And did he take the money? How many drugs did he have in his house? He started throwing discord among the brothers. You know, this is why you got to know who's around you. You got to understand the mentality of the men that you're with. Like, this don't make no sense. He would never do that. Okay, he would do that. That's not a crime. But he would never do that. That sounds crazy. You're trying to convince me, so you're going to lock me up and try to convince me that my brother did that? You're fucking crazy. All right? You're never going to convince me that he did that. If you're going to lock his ass up. But you're not going to convince me that he did that. But you're going to have some stupid assholes that are actually going to believe that shit. All right? When they see those advanced AI models. If they employ that, you know, they might just lock us up and start killing us. I don't know. Or they might use the AI models. They have options. All right? The advanced AI models. That, what you saw was just bullshit. All right? Those models. They can get any of our faces on there, you know, because all these videos are public. They can rip them from the YouTube or whatever social media we put it on and create an AI model that's indistinguishable from how you see me right now. See how my eyes went up like that? They can simulate all that. My eyebrows, they can do all that. My hands moving around. Esau, he's a cunning devil. All right? Let's hear this one thing the apostle had to say.
Man, Esau is desperate, boy. If it were possible.
Then we'll end the video.
All right, 19 and 22 for false anointeds and false prophets. And guess what? False videos. False individuals.
And some of them will be indistinguishable from reality if they decided to implement, you know, this technology on us.
That don't even exist. Okay? Let's throw that in there for extra measure. Okay? And you know this garbage here will dissuade certain guys that are weak-minded. they'll begin to believe that shit.
And well,
This
you're
bullshit.
gonna have certain brothers. They're gonna be questioning, well, I thought I knew it was something about him, man. I knew it was something. Man. I was praying I don't get taken by it with that bullshit.
And fall right out the truth. Well, guess what? They were appointed to. But the elect, they're going to see
Sun's
right
up.
through that garbage.
Sun's up.
Like I'm reading here. Mark 13 and 22.
Just came up.
For false
Came up,
anointed
like
and
10
false
minutes ago.
prophets shall rise and shall show signs and wonders. This is a sign and wonder. AI.
Yeah, it's going to be even greater wonder when they roll out indistinguishable AIs. All right. And the thing is, they can make it indistinguishable, but like 99%, and then just degrade the video quality, and it didn't look indistinguishable. It didn't look real. You know, let's say if they get it like 98% right? Then it degrade the video quality, then it looks 100%. He's a master cinematographer. Come on.
They have the ability. They can take a photograph of somebody who's been dead.
Cinema 4D.
And I've seen so many videos on it.
AI.
That's why I recognize this garbage right off the bat, right? They can take a photograph of somebody who's been dead for 100 years and bring them back to life with AI.
Right, and Apostle did this video right here. Yeah, so go check the Apostle's video out. That's all I wanted to bring out. We got It's Magic Time. It's more so like yeah, it's a lesson. Call it what you want. So, hope you're edified. See you in the next one. Check out the Apostle Gabar's 2 videos he did on the AI. Peace.